Throughout the course, we'll be adding features to a very simple app I've named BookLogger. The idea behind it is that kids would be able to use it to log what books they read and for how long they read them. We'll add enough features to allow the adding and editing of books and the viewing of basic information about the readers in the app. I've made a conscious decision to keep the app and the code required to run it as simple as possible. I want you to be able to focus on the topics I'm covering related to Angular services and not waste time struggling to get the demo app working. Therefore, you won't find in the project any of the artifacts normally associated with a modern, production-ready client-side application. There are no elaborate gulp or grunt build processes and no endless package dependencies to be resolved before you can run the application. It does have a handful of node modules, but they are already included in the project. The project is stripped down to the basics so you can focus on learning how to use and build Angular services. The one requirement is that you have Node.js installed on your machine. Inside the server folder in the project is a very simple Node application built with the Express framework. Its only real purpose is to provide a web server to serve our Angular app to the browser and to provide a few web API endpoints we can use with Angular's networking services. The services will allow us to read and create new data. Again, for the sake of simplicity and ease of use, the server application does not connect to a real database like Mongo or SQL Server. It's just reading and writing two simple text files stored in the data folder named books.json and readers.json. Feel free to poke around in the server code if you like, but it's just there to enable our exploration of client-side code, so I won't cover it beyond this brief introduction. All of the client-side code will be in the public folder. The version of the code I'm showing you now is the final version and includes the demos for all of the modules in the course. If I open the index.html file, you can see that I'm referencing a couple of Bootstrap CSS files to provide some basic styling. Those files are also already included in the project in the CSS folder. A little further down in the file, you can see that we'll be using Angular version 1.3 in this course, and I'm downloading the modules we'll be using from Google's Content Delivery Network, so you're not even required to separately download Angular to your machine to run the demo app. All of the code we write will be inside the app folder. All of the controllers are in the books folder. The services we'll write will go in the services folder, and there are just a few simple views in the templates folder. The server.js file in the root of the project will be used to start the web server. I'll be writing all of the code in WebStorm, which is a really nice IDE for JavaScript and front-end development. You, of course, are free to use whatever editor you like. WebStorm includes a terminal that provides a convenient way for me to start the web server. I can do that by just typing node space server.js. If you're not using WebStorm, you can type the same command at a command prompt on whichever operating system you're using. Because Node.js is the only requirement for running the demo app, it will work fine on Macs, Windows, and Linux. We can see that the server is now running on my laptop on port 3000. I'll switch over to the browser and type in localhost:3000, and we can see the app loads and begins running. Okay, that's enough of an introduction. On to the services. In the next module, we'll dive into all the ways you can create your own Angular services. Let's get started.